Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share with you how to set up Raspberry Pi OS in your computer. So this one we will not need to use the Raspberry Pi hardware. So of course the first thing that we need to do is to have virtual machines. Over here we're going to use Oracle VirtualBox to do that. So first thing, you need to go and download the VirtualBox. So go to this URL, and then underneath here you can look for the platform that you are using lah. In this case I'm using Windows, so I'm going to click on the Windows host, and then you can download it. You can see I'm downloading it already. So once you are done, you go to your download folder. I have downloaded twice, so let me remove this one, and you can just use this to double click it and run through it. The installation is pretty straightforward. So once you have done the installation, you should have this this VirtualBox icon here, or you can actually get it from your start menu here. So when you click, you start. You see, if you see something like that, which means your installation is correct already. Now then, we need the second thing. This only emulate a computer, but we need the operating systems. So for the operating system, we're going to use Pi desktop. So you can go to this link, raspberrypi.com/software/Raspberry Pi desktop. So we're going to download this one, okay, this version. It is around 2.9 gig. So I've downloaded mine. So once you downloaded it, and you can see I have it in my download already here. This is it. Alright, so what do we need to do next? The next thing we need to do is to set up a virtual machine to create this VirtualBox. This Raspberry Pi inside this VirtualBox. So what we need to do is to first to create a new virtual machines. Okay, Raspberry Pi is basically running based on Linux, and it is actually a 32-bit Debian. So you choose this, and I'm going to put here Raspberry Pi. Okay, Raspi. Let me put OS, something like that. Then you can press next. Okay, you can configure your RAM depending how much you have in your computer. So in this case I'm going to use 2048 let me see, 2048. This is like approximately 2 gig. Next, create a new virtual hard drive. Yes. You can just leave the default. Next, we use dynamically allocate, so that it won't take up your space when you're not using it. Okay, for the storage, you can use depends how much storage that you think you need lah. But for Raspberry Pi OS, 8 gig is actually sufficient. If you need more, you just add this, then you create. Okay, so once you see this page, right, don't start first. Go to setting. Underneath setting, choose storage. Now you can see that we actually have a it is a ROM here, which is empty now. You click on it, and then over here you can see this icon like a CD. Basically, you choose choose a disk file. Now in this case, you navigate this to your download, where you actually downloaded the Raspberry Pi OS ISO, .iso. Open it up and press OK. So it will be saving the setting. Now once this is OK, the next thing what you need to do is you fire it up. Press start. Okay. Now when it starts to you boot up the device. Then it asks you to do the installation. Go to install. We don't need the graphical installation thing. Alright, so over here, depending what English you use, you can use keymap, use American English. Press enter, and then you can see the screen start to proceed doing the installation. you can just let it run. So this installation will depends on your computer speed. If your computer is fast, so you can get this installation done pretty quickly. Yeah. So in between this installation process, I will be pausing this recording, just to speed up the installation process. In this case, we just use the entire disk. Okay, choose the partition. We put everything in one partition. That will be pretty straightforward. Finish partition and write changes to this. Yes. Remember, write the changes to this. Yes. Okay, so this is where the installation is going to take place, and it's going to take some time. Yeah, so you just leave it here and let the system install. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. Okay guys, so after you wait for the file install, so basically you ask whether that's this install the grub bootloader into your master boot record. The answer is yes. Select this choice, STA, immediately. Yep, and let the installation to continue. So it's finishing the installation very soon now. So when you see this installation complete, just press continue, right? And let the installations continue to finish. And after that, it will reboot and it will go into your newly installed operating systems. So you can see once the process is done, it's actually now rebooting. So let it load. Yeah, let your newly installed operating system to load. So this is actually installed, booting up the system. Yeah, you can see Raspberry Pi icon. It will boot into the Raspberry Pi desktop. Yeah, you should be able to see the desktop in a while. Okay, so it will say so you can see this is the UI. Okay, next. Now country depends on, you can choose Malaysia. English, language Malay. Okay, I want to set it English, so I just choose Singapore. Yeah, then you can get English. Alright, use this keyboard. Of course, if just now you can just take this use English language as well. Yeah, next. Basically, this one just to set the time zone. Yeah, make sure we are actually with the correct time zone. So the actual Raspberry Pi does not have a real clock. Yeah, a real hardware clock. So therefore, you require to get yourself connected to the network and then get the time sync. So that this to take some time to configure it. Okay, now then you need to set your password. So please put something that you can remember easily. Alright. Yeah, you should depending on your download, if your Raspberry Pi image has been downloaded for like very long, then you might want to update it. In this case, nope, we don't need that. So our setup is ready, it's done. Okay, so no worry about that. And you can see now you have operating system, Raspberry Pi running in your Windows computer. All right. Thank you very much. So see you guys in the next video.